Good morning, everybody. I am Santosh Subedi. As usual, today I am here with you to share something about voice. It is very important to understand. Let's go with today's topic. Before starting the topic, it is necessary to understand about the topic. Then, what is voice? In your classes, you may have understood about it, you have discussed about it. So, in grammar, the voice of above describes the relationship between the action or state that the verb expresses and the participants are identified by its arguments. It means subject, object, etc. When the subject is the agent or doer of the action, the verb is in active voice. When the agent or doer is subject of the action, or when the subject is the agent or doer of the action, the verb is in active voice. हामीले नेपालीमा पढ्ने गर्छौँ कर्ता प्रमुख छ भने त्यसलाई कर्तृवाच्य भनिन्छ, कर्म प्रमुख छ भने त्यसलाई कर्मवाच्य भनिन्छ. When the subject is the patient, target or undergoer of the action, the verb is said to be in the passive voice. Voice is sometimes called diathesis also. Active voice. From the above mentioned sentences, we have concluded that there are two types of voice in English grammar. The first one is active voice, and the next one is passive voice. So let's discuss something about active voice. Okay, and the active voice is the most commonly used in many languages and represents the normal case in which the subject of the verb is the agent or doer. In the active voice, the subject of the sentence performs the actions or causes the happenings denoted by the verb. For example, Kavita ate the potatoes. Here the subject is Kavita and the subject is the agent or doer of the action. Okay, and then passive voice. The passive voice is employed in a clause whose subject expresses the theme or present of the verb. That is, it undergoes an action or has its state changed. In the passive voice, the grammatical subject of the verb is the recipient, not the doer of the action, denoted by the verb. The passive of previous sentence is Kavita ate potatoes. The potatoes were eaten by Kavita. Okay, points to remember. A sentence can be either in active or passive voice. In an active sentence, the subject performs the action. In a passive sentence, the subject receives the actions. Okay, this is the summarized points of previous discussions of previous slides. When a sentence is changed from active into passive voice, the following changes are made. विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूले ध्यान दिनुपर्ने कुरा के हो त भन्दा एक्टिभबाट प्यासिभ बनाउँदा निम्न प्रकारका परिवर्तनहरू हुने गर्छ. Main points to remember: the object of the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. First point to remember. The second one, the subject in the active voice becomes the object in the passive voice. The passive voice of verb is made by adding its past participle to the same form of the verb be. The different form of be verb is, mr, was, were, been, being are used according to the tense of active voice while changing it into passive or while changing it into active one. The selection of be verb depends on the tense of a particular sentence. If there are any auxiliaries in the active sentence, place them immediately after the new subject adding in number, singular, plural, to the subject. If there are any auxiliaries verb in active sentence, we have to place them or put them immediately after the subject. That depends on the number, or if the subject is singular, then we have to use singular verb, auxiliary verb. If the subject is plural, then we have to use the plural form of auxiliary verb. The next point, the subject of the sentence should be placed after the verb in the passive sentence, preceded by the preposition by. If the subject is understood or is not important to mention, by plus agent or can be eliminated completely. It is not necessary to write by plus agent if the subject is understood or is not important to mention. Only transitive verb are changed into passive. Transitive verb means a verb that takes an object. A verb that takes an object is called transitive verb. Only transitive verbs are changed. Untransitive verbs are not changed into passive. Present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous, and future perfect continuous tenses cannot be exposed in passive voice. Or we may say that if the sentence of active is in those tense, present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous, and future perfect continuous, then they cannot be exposed or they cannot be changed into passive voice. Okay, transitive verbs that take object for the completion of their meaning have both active and passive forms. Look at the given table. Active and passive. The hunter killed the lion. Its passive form is the lion was killed by the hunter. विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरूले यो सेन्टेन्समा ध्यान दिनुहोस्. एक्टिभमा द हन्टर किल्ड द लायन छ, त्यसलाई प्यासिभ बनाउँदा हामीले द लायन वाज किल्ड बाई द हन्टर बनाइयो. के परिवर्तन भयो? फर्स्ट, द लायन इज द अब्जेक्ट इन एक्टिभ, किल्ड इज द verb, and the hunter is subject in active voice. And the lion of active voice becomes the subject in passive. And kill is changed into was killed. The past form of be verb was is used here. And The hunter is placed as the by plus agent, as a by the hunter. From this example, you may have generalized the structure also. Okay, look at some other examples here. Mr. Singh wrote a book. A book was written by Mr. Singh. Someone has cleaned the windows. The windows have been cleaned. यहाँ by plus someone हामीले बनाएन, because someone is very vague subject, so it is not necessary to mention by plus someone. We bake the bread here. The bread is baked here. They will close the gates this evening. The gates will be closed this evening. Okay, the bold words in passive voice are be plus past participle. They will announce the news soon. The news will be announced soon. Okay, यो टेबलबाट अथवा यो एक्जाम्पलहरुबाट विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीहरु सजिलै एक्टिभबाट प्यासिभ बनाउने अथवा प्यासिभबाट एक्टिभ बनाउने हामीले जुन स्ट्रक्चर भन्ने गर्छौं अथवा चाहिँ ग्रामेटिकल स्ट्रक्चर फर्मुला भन्ने गर्छौं त्यो जनरलाइज गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Let's discuss something more. From the above example, you might have learned that the passive forms are made up of the verb be with a past participle. It means be plus past participle. verb be पनि के हुन्छ त भन्दा हामीले भन्यो एक्टिभमा भएको टेन्सको आधारमा be verb लाई प्रयोग गर्छौं. पास्ट हुँदा was verb को प्रयोग गर्छौं. कन्टिन्युअस हुँदा being को प्रयोग गर्छौं. यो कुरा चाहिँ सम्झनु. Look at the other example here in the table. Okay, be verb इसको past plus past participle. English is spoken, past participle of verb speak, and is placed here as the different form of be. The windows have been cleaned. Lunch was being served. The work will be finished soon. They might have been invited to the party. These are some examples to make you familiar with the different form of verb be. A be verb can be used as a is, being, will plus be, and modal plus have been. In this way you can use be verb according to the structure of sentence in passive voice. Okay, the meaning will not be changed when we change a sentence into its passive. Only the structures get changed. Ram killed Ravan is a sentence in active voice, and Ravan was killed by Ram. The meaning is same. Only the structure is changed. This is the points to understand. Okay, look at here in the example. Devkota wrote Munamodan. It is in active, and Munamodan was written by Devkota. It is in passive. Okay, when we change an active sentence into its passive form, the object of the active sentence goes to the position of subject, and the subject of the active sentence goes to the end, and we use by plus subject. I mean by plus agent of the passive sentence. Okay, look at here. He wrote a story. Passive के होला? The subject verb object छुट्याउनुस् पहिला. हामीले सब्जेक्ट verb object छुट्याउन सक्यो भने सबैभन्दा सजिलो हुन्छ. र हामी यो लेभलको विद्यार्थीले छुट्याउन नसक्ने कुरा पनि भएन. मलाई विश्वास छ तपाईहरुले यसको प्यासिभ बनाउनु पर्यो. Okay, let's check your answer. I think you all are correct. Okay, if we want to show the person or thing doing the action, we use by. We use by plus agent when it is important to mention. If the subjects of the active sentence are uncertain, like someone, people, they, etc., we don't mention them. As in the previous example, we don't mention them. Okay, some examples. A dangerous dog attacked her. What may be its passive? Please write down and check. She was attacked by a dangerous dog. They are building a new ring road. भन्नुहोस् त यसको प्यासिभ के होला बनाउनुस् त. Okay, definitely a new ring road is being built. Okay, look at here. Now number 6, point number 6, or point number 6 to remember while changing into passive. The tense remains the same, but we use be plus past participle. Look at the structure in the passive forms of different tense in the following table. यो टेबल एकदम ध्यानपूर्वक हेर्नुस्. एक्टिभ र प्यासिभलाई देखाउने प्रयास गरिएको छ. अगाडि पनि हामीले चाहिँ हेर्यौं यो खालको एक्जाम्पलहरु. He draws pictures. Its passive is pictures are drawn by him. Pictures are drawn by him. He teaches me. I am taught by him. She cooks rice. Rice is cooked by her. In the same way, they built a house. A house was built. She wrote many stories. Many stories were written by her. We are baking the bread. The bread is being baked. They were doing homework. The homework was being done. She has done the work. The work has been done. He had painted the door. The door had been painted. Here I have tried to collect different sentence belongs to different tense. They will close the gates. The gates will be closed. She can do the task. The task can be done. Is a modal verb सँग related छ. He has to paint. Has to, have to, had to आएको खण्डमा हामी चाहिँ के गर्नुपर्छ त भन्दा 2 plus be plus verb 3. Has to be, had to be, have to be. Again, this way you can change. अब अरु हेरौं. Okay. The forms of the be verb, singular is was, plural चाहिँ are way, to be used in passive depends on new subject. यो भनेको एक्टिभमा भएको सेन्टेन्स चाहिँ सिंगुलर प्लुरल छ र त्यसको प्यासिभ बनाउँदा हामीले चाहिँ सिंगुलर प्लुरल नम्बर अनुसार चाहिँ हामीले बी भर्बको पनि सिंगुलर र प्लुरल प्रयोग गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ. Okay, active. He writes a story. This sentence is in active voice and its passive is a story is written by him. Here it is used because a story is a singular subject. यो a story singular भएको हुनाले हामी चाहिँ singular be verb यसको प्रयोग गरेका छौं. The same rule applies to other verbs as well. She has put all the things. All the things have been put in the box. Here in the active sentence, the subject she is singular, so has is used. But in the passive sentence, the new subject, all the things, is plural, and we have to use, and we have used have, and since it is in perfect tense, we have used been in the passive. The rules are the same for the phrasal verbs as well, but the whole phrasal verb, not only the verb, has to be removed or moved with the verb. Look at here some example. They called off means the meeting was called off. Not only called, phrasal verb means phrase called off is the phrasal verb, so that the meeting was called off. The grandmother looked after, was looked after. यसरी परिवर्तन हुन्छ. They will send him away to school. Will be sent away. If there are two objects, हामीले अहिलेसम्म एउटा अब्जेक्ट भएको हेऱ्यौँ, सजिलै त्यो अब्जेक्टलाई हामी सब्जेक्ट बनायौँ. तर सेन्टेन्समा दुईवटा अब्जेक्ट छ भने के गर्ने त्यति बेला? We can make passive by both the objects, but look at the example below. हामीले जुन अब्जेक्टलाई लिएर पनि हामी प्यासिभ बनाउन सक्छौँ. तर केही इक्जाम्पलहरु छ यहाँ म तपाईहरुलाई देखाउन गइरहेको छु. हेर्नुस् त. He gave me a book. यहाँ दुईवटा अब्जेक्ट छ, me and a book. यसको प्यासिभ I was given a book by him पनि ठीक छ. यो सेन्टेन्स हामीले मिलाई लिएर गरायौं. अब a book लाई लिएर गराउँदा पनि a book was given to me by him. Both are correct. A question in active remains question in passive. अब assertive sentence को subject verb object र full stop मा अन्त्य अनि प्याटर्न को चाहिँ हामीले बुझ्यौं. अब interrogative sentence को कसरी बनाउने त? yes no question ws question छ यदि active मा भन्ने यसलाई passive कसरी बनाउने? A question in active remains question in passive. But look at the position of questions words and the position of verbs in the following example. We invented the telephone. It is the question, interrogative sentence, WS question in active voice. And its passive is who was the telephone invented? अथवा by whom the telephone was invented पनि लेख्न सक्छौं. Did you write the letters? अब यसमा चाहिँ के भयो त भन्दा yes no question भन्नु पर्यो. यसलाई yes no question. Yes no question को passive कसरी बनाउनु त भन्दा were the letters written by you? अझै एकपटक ध्यान दिएर हेर्नुस्. Okay. Look at the imperative sentence in the passive structure. अब interrogative को भयो, त्यसपछि हामी imperative मा आयौं. Imperative sentence भन्नाले sentence starts with verb, like sit down, stand up. Okay, close the door. What is its passive? Please write. Please write and try to. Yes, please try to write. And its passive is let the door be closed. हामीले चाहिँ के गर्नु के बुझ्नु पर्यो भने imperative sentence मा let को प्रयोग गरिँदो रहेछ भन्ने थाहा पाउनु. Okay. If an active sentence is negative, the passive will also be negative. But be careful with the subjects like nothing, no one, nobody. हामी चाहिँ नेगेटिभ मार्कर वर्ड छ भने त्यसमा हामी चाहिँ केयरफुल हुनुपर्छ. एक्टिभ मा नेगेटिभ छ भने प्यासिभ पनि नेगेटिभ नै बनाउने हो. Nobody did the task. The task was not done. She didn't write the memo. यसको प्यासिभ के होला त बनाउनुस् त. Yes, the memo wasn't written by her. Look at the following examples to learn the special structures of passive sentence. People say that Henry is in love with Claire. Henry is said to be in love with Claire. अथवा it is said that Henry is in love with Claire. यो तरिकाले चाहिँ हामीले यो टाइप्सको स्ट्रक्चरको बनाउन सक्छौं, सेन्टेन्सको बनाउन सक्छौं. अब among the adverb, अब एडभर्बहरु आयो. Place adverb. Where. Place means where. अब where भनेर जनाउने एडभर्बहरु छ भने place after the object and before by plus agent. Object भन्दा पछाडी र by plus agent भन्दा अगाडि हामीले राख्नु पर्छ. Manner adverb. जसले how सँग सम्बन्धित सवालको जवाफ दिन्छ. Placed before main verb. त verb 3 भन्दा अगाडि राख्नु पर्छ. Time adverb. Placed after by plus agent. Vague subject need not to be written in by plus agent. हामीले अगाडि नै भनेका थियौं यसको चाहिँ someone, somebody, something, they, people, etc. are known as vague subjects. यिनीहरु चाहिँ by plus agent को रूपमा लेखिरहनु पर्ने आवश्यकता छैन. So when the subject of active voice is no one, nobody, nothing, or not is added with auxiliary to make the sentence negative, okay. Tense change in the passive voice. Tense लाई कसरी परिवर्तन गर्न सकिन्छ भनेर present simple m is mr प्रयोग गर्न सकिन्छ. Present continuous is mr plus being. Past simple, if the active sentence is in past, simple past, then we have to use was were plus verb 3. यो चार्टले यो टेबलले त्यो देखाउन खोजिरहेको छ. विद्यार्थी भाइहरुले ध्यानपूर्वक हेर्न म अनुरोध गर्छु. स्क्रिनशट पनि गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ तपाईहरुले. Okay. If there is modal plus verb in active, then we have to change it into passive in this way. Object plus modal plus be plus verb 3. This pattern is used. Has, have, had to. अगाडि एक्जाम्पल हामीले हेरेका थियौं. त्यस्तो भयो भने सेम has, have, had to जे छ त्यसको पछाडी be थप्ने र भएको मेन भर्बलाई चाहिँ verb 3 बनाउने. be plus verb 3 प्यासिभ भोइसको गहना नै हो. यसै सम्झिनु पर्छ, सुन्नु भएन. Going to आयो सेन्टेन्स. Going to फ्युचर भनेर हामी चिन्ने गर्छौं. त्यस्तै छ भने पनि going to अब त्यो अब्जेक्ट अनुसार न्यू अब्जेक्ट अनुसार is mr हामीले राख्छौं. त्यसपछि going to अनि be plus verb 3. auxiliary plus subject plus verb 1. auxiliary plus object plus be plus verb 3. क्वेशन मार्क चाहिँ छुटाउनु भएन. verb plus object imperative sentence हैन. let plus object plus be plus verb 3 plus यो प्याटर्नमा चेन्ज गर्नु पर्छ. अथवा object plus should अथवा must be plus verb 3 पनि बनाउन सक्छौं हामीले imperative sentence लाई. ओके. simplified voice chart. यो सबैको जनरलाइज गरेर विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीले बुझ्न सजिलो होस् भनेर यो भोइस चार्ट बनाइएको छ. हेर्नुस् त राम्रोसँग. एक्टिभ verb, एक्टिभ प्यासिभ भनेर दुईवटा बनाएको छ. अब verb 1 सिम्पल प्रेजेन्ट हुँदाखेरि चाहिँ अथवा एक्टिभको सेन्टेन्स सिम्पल प्रेजेन्ट हुँदा is mr plus verb 3, सिम्पल पास्ट हुँदा was were plus verb 3. यदि सेन्टेन्स एक्टिभमा चाहिँ प्रेजेन्ट कन्टिन्युअस छ भने is mr, पास्ट कन्टिन्युअस छ भने was were plus being plus verb 3 बनाउनु पर्यो. अब पर्फेक्टमा छ, प्रेजेन्ट पर्फेक्ट छ भने has have been, पास्ट पर्फेक्टमा छ भने had been plus verb 3. मोडल भर्ब छ can, could, shall, should एटसेट्रा आएको छ भने त्यो मोडल भर्बको पछाडी be plus verb 3 हामी बनाउँछौं. र इम्पेरेटिभमा verb 1 plus object छ भने let plus अथवा object, let plus object plus be plus verb 3 यो प्याटर्नमा चेन्ज गर्छौं. नोट्स verb 1 it means the bare infinitive form of verb. And verb 3 means past participle form of a verb. You simplified voice chartly, I think it will help you to understand voice very easily. You may screenshot it. I'm skipping this slide. विद्यार्थी भाइ बहिनीलाई अभ्यासको लागि एज अ फर प्र्याक्टिस I'm assigning you these sentences. Please screenshot it and try to change as indicated in the brackets. Number 10 to 20. Number 21 to 30. यो अभ्यासको रूपमा मैले तपाईहरुलाई असाइन गरे. And at last of this video, I would like to request you all to provide me some feedback. Constructive suggestions are heartily welcome, which will change me or develop me as a good teacher. And please don't forget to visit my YouTube channel as Santosh Subedi for more videos. मेरो YouTube च्यानल सन्तोष सुवेदी सर्च गरेर लाइक कमेन्ट मन परेको अवस्थामा शेयर गर्न सक्नुहुनेछ र मेरो च्यानल सब्स्क्राइब गरी यस्तै अन्य भिडियोहरुको नोटिफिकेसन मैले अपलोड गर्दा साथ तपाईहरुलाई तुरुन्तै जानकारी प्राप्त हुनेछ. सब्स्क्राइब गर्न चाहिँ नभुल्नु होला. धन्यवाद. थ्यांक यू.